Hey everybody, we
Yo, yo,
are
yo.
live now. So, what's up everybody?
Happy
We
Thursday.
are here to talk about some movies. I
Oh,
am
yeah.
Siobhan. Well,
I'm
Chevy.
Toya.
Should I call myself Chevy or Siobhan? Or does it matter?
Uh, I mean, it's whatever. Like, I think, like, over time, people will realize, like, I think she likes to be called Chevy or, like, I don't know. I like to go back and forth too. Like, I like to call you Chevy. Sometimes I like to call you Siobhan. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost talking about two different people. And I'm like, Siobhan said,
Well, Jarrell don't call me Chevy. Jarrell
he
call me
never called.
BFF.
This is that is so true. He just straight calls you BFF. He never like Siobhan. Like we all know you as BFF for sure. You go by so many names.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just go by Chevy for the purpose of what we're doing here. But anyway, so we're here to, talk about movies. Yeah, how's everybody's week doing? I mean, going? Doing. Going. Yeah, there you go. How's everybody?
Right, because it's like it's hard to know because it's only Thursday. So it's like somebody might have something going on tomorrow. Somebody, you still got the weekend. Like how's it going? Like, is it going? It's doing all of that. It's doing all
It
of that.
is literally doing all of that.
That is
It's
hilarious.
definitely doing
Yes,
all of
we are
that.
here to review some movies for y'all, giving y'all the December Christmassy vibes. So
Yes.
today we're talking
Yes.
about Krampus. We switched it up though because we watched a movie that we both never seen.
Right.
We
We
switched it
did.
up a little bit. We
We
switched it up
did.
a little bit. So we're watching a movie that we both never seen before. And to just give some like light information before we get into the good stuff of it, because like I'm already eager to like really just talk about what this
It's
movie is. So
crazy,
it's called Krampus. It's
crazy movie.
2015, and the synopsis. What I like about IMDb, it went straight. Like it was a really good synopsis. A boy who has a bad Christmas accidentally summons a festive demon to his family home, and
Oh, accidentally.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And so
Did
they use a lot of good verbiage throughout this because it's like, yeah, he just he had a bad Christmas. Like, and who hasn't had a bad Christmas? And I'm not always talking about like one of those selfish bad Christmases, but the funny thing is it's like that's what this kind of plays into. And I think that'll be like a good discussion point. But anywho, before we truly, truly get started, I think that we should tell the people if we are going to like add on an extra episode and talk about Queen and Slim.
Oh, well, definitely. We definitely need to do that because
Okay.
that movie was a roller coaster. I hated him for the majority of the movie until the end. So,
Mhm. I can't
yes,
wait to
I
hear about that.
definitely need
I
to
can't wait
talk
to hear
about
about
that
that.
movie. But as far as Krampus is concerned, did you
Oh,
have any knowledge of the folklore of Krampus before you saw the movie?
I feel like I've vaguely heard it before. Like I've vaguely heard of it before, but not like the no. The short answer is no. The short answer is no.
Okay. Well, a couple of years ago, well, I'll say about like maybe 5 years ago, uh, the mind was talking about Krampus, and he was telling Dion, "You keep being bad, Krampus is gonna come and take you." And I said,
Mhm.
What is you talking about? What
Yeah,
is
why you saying
Krampus?
stuff
Why
like
is you
that?
saying this?" So he was like, "Oh, you ain't never heard of Krampus, Chevy?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "Let me show you this video." So we went on YouTube, and it was a video of these little badass kids in Germany who, you know, Santa Claus came up there and they was like, yo, he was like, Saint Nick was like, yo, you know, y'all bad, and I can't do nothing with you. Your
Yeah,
mama did call me and she done told me,
and it's
like,
time.
I
It's
gotta
time for y'all
let
to get dealt with.
my brother Krampus come in and tell y'all about yourself. And he took them and he put them in a little baggie and he took them back to his house and he ate them.
Damn.
And yeah, that's pretty much the folklore of Krampus. It's originated in Germany, Austria area, and They do a parade yearly, just like we do a parade here for the Nyan Rouge,
Yeah.
to celebrate Krampus, and people dress up. And I did like watch videos about like the parades and stuff like that. We did a deep dive that day into the Krampus,
I could
like
tell. I
went
could
down
tell.
the hole that day. Went down the rabbit hole. But yeah, it's definitely was something that I had never heard of. And it scared the crap out of me because I didn't know it existed until that day.
Yeah, I feel like I knew those like very generic things like, oh, it's like a German thing and it's like a scary person that comes and gets you if you're naughty. And that's what I, was under the impression of. Like it's just like a demon that's like, maybe not gives you cold, but like I didn't know that they would kidnap you. I was like,
No,
damn,
no, he come and eat you. He come and
damn,
take you and put you in a bag, and
damn.
and then Santa Claus just be like, "Damn kid, damn kid, that's bad
You should
stuff."
have believed. You should have believed.
What's up, 6 9 6 9 nice 9? That's a name. That's a name right
That's
there.
the day right there. Like you just like waiting for me to imply all type of things.
Right. It's right there in the middle, though. A 34
Yeah,
35.
yeah. Hey everybody that's tuning in. We love that y'all here to hang out with us, man. Oh shit. In fact, I gotta send an email
I
text.
did not share this at all. I forgot.
It happens, man. We only human. The part that I do love about it is that, throw it up on the YouTube, and people can view it after the fact as well. So that's nice.
Yeah, we got a nice little viewership, actually.
Yo, and I got a friend that I'm gonna add. We should play Among Us again for sure.
Oh, yes, we should. We definitely should,
And
'cause I'm really good
uh
at it.
yeah, yeah. But you can only get good at it if you buy your player.
I
But
mean, you're not that bad at it either, though.
hey,
You're pretty good at it, too.
thank you. I appreciate that because that's the compliment. Because I didn't. Hey, the only thing I got going for me is the deceitful part of this. Like the only thing I got is going the deceitful part. Like
The only annoying part about that game is the fact that usually when you're telling the truth, you get booted out.
every time.
Like,
Every time. So many times I'm going through it and I'm like trying to focus on like where am I at? What am I doing? So I sound believable, whether I'm lying or if I'm always usually telling the truth, but the deceit, like I tried to be slick too many times and like got caught. And then that's what happened. I got caught. Like I got caught.
yeah, that one time it all worked in my favor because my hand actually did get stuck on the thing, and then I actually was
But wait,
fixing the
it
stuff, and
worked.
it just worked out in my favor.
That is
Like, just
hilarious.
worked out in my favor. But no, we
That is so
definitely
good.
need to play that again.
Oh man, I'm so
Um,
excited. But all right, let's get into this. So,
the
Shemai,
movie.
I'll be honest, I don't have many questions about Krampus. I just I just want to talk about it. Like just so 'cause-
Yeah, I mean, so from the opening of the movie, because I wrote some stuff down, because I gotta write stuff down, or I'm going to forget
True.
what I witnessed, watched, whatever.
Mhm.
So, the opening sequence is just, yeah, I thought it was amazing, to be honest. I
Yeah.
mean, I think the opening with the most wonderful time of the year and all of
Uh,
this chaos and over exaggerated, just like 3 4 5 6 people die in
yeah.
the opening
Yeah.
sequence, and it was just like,
Yeah.
is this a surreal moment? Is this really happening? Is this
It,
really going like this?
the
Like,
literally the whole time it's happening, it's just like the constant thing that I'm saying is like this one I don't fuck with Christmas. Do I don't fuck with Christmas. Like this is what I don't like about Christmas. It's
but it
like,
was also
yeah,
alarming because it's like, this is what Christmas is now. Like, this is,
yeah, it's like
you're
this is what
playing
it
this,
looks like.
yeah, like you're playing this song, the most wonderful time of the year, and it's talking about caroling and being with your family and doing all of these things that have nothing to do with shopping, nothing to do with gifts, nothing to do with
Yep,
consumerism and buying things,
totally.
but everybody breaking down the door as if they were running in there to get a PlayStation 4 at the Mucho Mart, the Costco
Yo,
of the movie world.
yo, the greed that was happening. It was just
I mean, then like the other part that I noticed in that scene is like all them people ran in there and beat people up to get to these gifts, and as they were paying for everything, they just looked so miserable and
Oh, totally.
depressed and just like so bad. And then it brought us to our main characters, and it's like, why the hell was he in a recital at the Mucho Mart? I didn't understand that at all.
But that to me is also such a small town thing too, is to be to like your kid is in a play at the mall. Like Jimmy's at a play at the mall, like he's
who,
playing the fucking reindeer. Like
who fighting the Joseph? Like,
Joseph.
why was a reindeer and Joseph in the same play situation?
Again, I think like a thing that is like constantly ringing throughout this film is that like Christmas is, even when I make that statement of being like, this is what I heard about Christmas, like, because this is what Christmas has become, like this right here, and I don't like it. Like that's not what it's about, like at all at all. I feel this anxiety every time when Christmas comes around because of that very scene right there, like the rigmarole of getting gifts and just the hecticness of it all, and like the things that you're forced to do, like the plays and all of that stuff. Like, and don't get me wrong, like I've been to things that I've truly enjoyed around the Christmas holiday, but geez, it's a lot. It's a lot. And that opening scene just like really captures it all and like really puts you in it. Like really puts you in it. Like you understand where you are. And I enjoyed that part as well. I
It
enjoyed
kind of
that
just
part as
made
well.
me wonder, like, do we actually enjoy the holidays, or is it like something that we just do out of tradition? And
Totally.
what would happen if we had to go back to like what? Like just like I don't even know. I don't ever know
No.
a Christmas where gifts weren't involved. Or I mean, but I will say this. I do like the rushy, I like buying gifts for people. That's something that I pride
Yeah.
myself on. It's something that I truly enjoy. It's something that I've always done at the last minute. My dad used to take us to Great Lake, Gibraltar Trade Center on
When
Christmas
this house has
Eve and
been
Myers, and we
busy.
used to just buy all our gifts, and we would get whatever we were wanting to buy as a kid, and I enjoyed it. I mean, decorating the Christmas tree. It's not something that I enjoy doing now, just because of the way life and family is now, but
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think really is the reason. And I mean, this movie didn't probably mean to go down this road, but wait,
No.
basically what I took from it is like you have a person who loves the holidays, and then life happens and it starts to wear down
Yeah.
at your love for the
Yeah.
holidays. And then it's like
Mm-hmm.
at some point, it's like not even the traditions, not even the things that I enjoy, not even the gifts can make it better. It just
Mm-hmm.
everything just sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I, what I struggle with is as you're moving through, like, you see how crazy things are with him, like you see that his spirit is getting beat down every corner, like he tries to be happy about this one thing, and then it's like he can't be, and then he tries to do something else, and it's like shot down again. And then my favorite part is for sure is when the mom puts up the picture of the family and she noticed that Santa's
you know,
checking out her teenage daughter's ass.
yeah.
Like,
But like that was the most like corrupt. That opening sequence is probably the most corrupt thing I've ever seen as far as a representation of Christmas, other than like watching
low
Bad Santa.
key. Like I was just about to say, literally, like only Bad Santa has it been that way. And it's funny that this movie is a true combination of like maybe about a four of my favorite five Christmas movies.
Like
Like
it kind of
it is
reminded me of Jingle All the Way a little bit. It
it's
reminded
Jingle
me
All the Way.
like the
It's
over exaggeration
it's
of it.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, like the
Yeah.
family dynamic. It's like Bad Santa with the shit that's just like, what? Like,
Yes. Yes.
what? But
Yes.
see, but the thing that I can't put my finger on because, and I think this is where you come in with your horror experience, is that I'm like, what horror movie has this, like, what the fuck
Like
aspect to it? Like,
poltergeist-ish type Poltergeist, maybe Chucky, maybe
Okay,
like
okay, okay. I've
kind
seen
of
Chucky
vibe,
before, so
like
okay, for sure,
Puppet
because it's
Master, kind of,
yeah,
funny, weird, creepy, like, yeah, definitely Chucky.
yeah,
And I'm not talking about like one, two. I'm talking about like when they brought in like the son aspect
the Bride of Chucky,
and
maybe.
turned the girlfriend into yeah, Bride of Chucky,
Yeah.
Seed of Chucky, that like that
Mhm.
comical,
Oh,
what
yeah,
the
funny,
hell
but
is going
very,
on
like,
type,
kinda
yeah.
scary still, like,
Yeah,
still.
like that what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is that? Like that kind of like it's not scary, but it's like, why is this happening right
Why it
now?
and
Like,
it was, we spoke about this shortly before we got on air today. It's just like, it was a lot of WTF moments, like, "What is happening?" Like, because that's how I feel about Chucky, where I'm like, "Kick him, he's a doll." Like, beat them
well,
up,
he
like,
got man strength though.
they're gingerbread cookies.
But
Like,
they had like
but you're
superhuman
right, because they were like
strength.
they had the staple gun just
That was so stupid.
that
That was so stupid and the dog ate it. Okay, so like, all right, so you go to the recital. The
yeah.
son gets in a fight with another kid who was playing Joseph.
Mhm.
The dad pull him off the boy. They get home, come and find out that they fighting because the boy was telling kids, the little kids, quote unquote, that Santa no
Doesn't
longer
exist.
exists, or
Yep.
Santa not no longer doesn't
Yeah, it
exist.
doesn't exist. Yep.
When did you find out Santa Claus didn't exist?
Oh man, I'm always trying to like tap into these memories when I was a kid of like when did things change for me.
Oh, I'll never forget.
I don't know exactly, but if I had to really put a number on it, I would say like 10, 9, 9 or 10.
I think that's about the age when somebody wants to tell you that Santa Claus is no longer real.
Yeah. But then remembering that I also had a brother that was 5 years younger than me,
Oh,
and
so you had to.
had to hold on to it just
Oh,
a
so y'all
little.
wasn't together when you were told.
uh I want to say that I kind of figured it out. Like, I kind of
Oh,
tried to play it stupid. I tried to play like little games, like, I'm gonna wait for Santa on the couch this year, like like, oh really? I imagine my parents were like, oh really? Okay, but you know that the way Santa works is that, like, if you hear he ain't gonna come, and it's just like, I know y'all got the gifts. I know y'all got the gifts. So let me peek and see you put them under the tree. And yeah, it was definitely, and it was that same thing. Kids at school, like, Santa ain't real. I seen my mama putting the gifts under, or I seen all my gifts that was in the closet that got them on Christmas. So tell me how Santa had put them there, but he came on. I'm confused. Just like putting one and two together to make three, and so yeah.
well, my
I
cousin
But I
told
did
me.
have to hold on to it just a little bit longer. So unfortunately, maybe my brother, maybe like 7, 8, like, I was like,
Did you
look,
tell him?
I, I I may have. I don't know the exact details of it, but I think what I can tell you is that once we realized that there was no Santa, the plot was like, let's work together to find our gifts in this
Oh
house.
no, that was not me. I did not want to know. My
Man,
cousin Brandon told us that Santa Claus wasn't real on
really,
Christmas Eve after we finished watching Free Willy, and me and
it's just not
Devin
right.
started crying.
Damn, it's just not right, and that's what I'm saying, like, I don't know if my
Got
if
in
my
trouble.
memory is not serving me right, and it was like this, but it wasn't nothing like that. It wasn't this, like, tragic moment of, like, crying and being like, "What?" I think I may have been more disappointed that it wasn't a tooth fairy than that it wasn't a real Santa.
Oh no, that Santa kind of, but that was a big falling out. He got in a lot of trouble that day
Damn, he
because,
got in trouble for
like,
spilling the beans.
we was all at the house for Christmas Eve, like
Yeah, you don't
celebrating,
do
and
it
he
that
told us.
what terrible timing, like, why would you do it then?
Yeah, well,
Why then? But I guess
we didn't believe him. We didn't believe him. It was
that's
just,
good, that's good.
well, my mom, she was very good to like have the gifts under the tree where it would be
Mhm.
gifts from Santa, and then pull the whole, who got this for us? Oh, Santa did. What?
Yep.
How? What? Mama,
Well,
you got this. No, I didn't get that. Dang, you
Man,
got this? No, I mean, no, I ain't even about to
man.
lie. I was grown as hell. And one time I was at my daddy house and there was a gift under the tree and it said Santa brought it and they played that shit so good. I was like, is Santa Claus real? Because
Oh,
who got this gift?
y'all playing. Y'all playing with me.
Like, no, they lied good because me, Devin, Demar, and Dion was just like, well, I guess there is a Santa Claus because we can't figure out who brought this gift, and we asked them all day. Like I'm saying, like we kept trying
That's
to catch
good.
them up, and they
That's
just
good.
wouldn't break, and I
That's
was so
good. That's
confused.
actually really fun though. That's actually really fun. Okay, so you know, kid is like trying to do the right thing. Like, okay, I don't want nobody to find out that, there's no Santa, but hey, goddamn it, like I thought what was interesting that he still writes to Santa.
Right, I did too, and I thought it was also interesting that the grandma did not speak English, but he could understand what she was saying and
Every
that she
time.
was encouraging him to write a
Yep.
letter to Santa Claus, and he obviously was at least 12
At least.
ish.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. And I also thought it was interesting that she was baking all them cookies for who? Like I
For
just thought
who?
it was real extra, a lot of extraness,
Such extraness.
and I didn't understand why his dad was so weird.
Well, what I like, obviously through like script and the writing is that it sounds like he's never usually there. They're like
Mm,
he's like, hey, I said I wouldn't travel. I didn't say I wouldn't work. So it sounds like he's probably typically not around a lot. She's a stay at home mom. He's typically not around a lot. So
yeah, Tony Collette, great.
yeah.
Real reminded me of her name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I
so
really enjoyed them
okay.
as a family. I really enjoyed them as a family.
Yeah, but I also liked how like okay, so the freaking National Lampoon family comes in the front door.
Yes. Yes, which is like a total ode to like, one of my faves, one of my absolute faves where it's just like instantly like, yes, here comes, and my favorite part is like figuring out like, oh, that's her sister. Oh, okay, that's not like his and like
Mhm.
it made sense. Like that was his mom, what I'm saying? It was her sister, her and
Mhm.
her husband
Mhm.
who rocks the Uncle Phil, like
Mhm.
men who decide to do that, you already know what's up. Like you already know what's up. Like white men that commit to that hairstyle, you already know what's up. Like you already know what's up. They're going to be an odd figure. Like whether
Right.
they're rich, poor, like they're gonna be somebody that you never forget.
Yes. He was a odd. They were odd just in
Oh
general.
man. And
What I
just
hate about Christmas movies though is that my daddy calling me. My
I know I
fault.
started to my parents like, look, I'm
I'm
about to be
glad I had put
streaming.
my headset in because that would have been all up on the stream. Uh Dang, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, I hated in Christmas movies how like the drama has to be made, and it's always like
Yeah.
this moment with the
Like
kid
why
where
they
another kid is being a dick
yeah.
and nobody stops it, and then the kid who wasn't being the dick is the one who gets in trouble.
I absolutely hate that. Like, I was so mad at the sister. Like, you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna jump in. It's two of them. So it's two of y'all. Do
But she was
something. Help your
scared.
brother out. And like you calming him down. No, calm them bitches down.
Yeah, because they being
Calm them
rude for
down.
no
They're being
reason.
rude as fuck. Like you should have been the one reaching over there grabbing the damn letter. Like, don't let them read his letter to Santa. Like that ain't
Yeah,
cool.
like that ain't right. And then everybody started feeling stupid when they read the letter and the stuff he put in the letter because the stuff he put in the letter was sad.
Like he was the only one taking a therapy session in that family.
He
Like
really was. Like he really was like that was his therapy. Like, let me write to Santa.
yes, yeah, low key, and you knew that it was real. You knew that it wasn't like ha ha ha. Let's like keep talking shit when like he says when the girl's like she reads it and then says it out loud. Like
Yeah, like about the
where
by
did
her mom
yeah,
and
like
her dad.
yep. When she starts reading her family shit, she's like, damn, like. at first it was kind of funny because he was just talking about him and his mama and his sister and stuff. But like now he's talking about us, and it's true.
Right. And that's why
And
I'm mad, and that's why we about to fight, and that's why he
wow,
about to run up to his room, and
bruh. I commend that boy for his energy. You know what I'm saying? Like he switched back and forth, but he's still a kid. You know what I'm saying? But he approached shit like a G for real. Like when he would, like
yeah,
he
he wasn't
approached
no, he
it.
wasn't a hoe.
He wasn't no hoe about it. You know what I'm saying?
But
He
I think he
really.
got that from his mom. To be honest,
Yo,
he got
I
it
was
from his
like,
mom.
so like let's talk about that. So as we move into like, you know, obviously like things aren't going right at the dinner, just still it's like 20 minutes in and it's still just like your standard like family shit where it's like dysfunctional family holiday shit, the auntie that's there that you don't want to be there. And also I hate like with the where the I guess it makes sense that the conflict goes down, like, but it would be nice to have like, damn, can the siblings at least get along? Like, okay, maybe the kids don't like each other, but can like at least the like adults get along? But I think that's the thing. Like, how can the adults be getting along? And then because like nobody did anything about that shit until the kids start fighting at the dinner.
No, it was just so
Like
much
nobody did anything.
tension in the room. Like
Such
when Tony Collette
tension.
was like, when the auntie came in there and started talking about the food, she
Mm-hmm.
put her in her place though, and I said, "You right,
Oh,
girl.
I
You tell her."
and you are right. That's exactly where he got that from. Because I was very proud of her being like, hey,
She shut it down before
get
they even
out
got in
of
there
my
good.
get out of my damn kitchen. Like, did you? I want to see what happens if you make a beautiful dinner and prepare your house 2 weeks out for a load of people to come by, an unexpected guest, and see you keep it to fucking together. Let's
Right, and
see
she
you do
kept
that.
it together.
And somebody come in and be like, "This is what you're making. This is what you've been doing. Look at your house.
Right,
What you talking
right. It
about here? It
looks
look
like
like
Martha
through
Stewart.
and
Like,
through
come
up
on,
here." I'm
bro.
like, it is nice in here. It is
It
nice.
was nice.
It was
Very
nice.
nice.
It was
It was
very
really nice.
homely. They didn't have to do that. Like,
I wish we could have saw what they was eating because I thought they was just eating regular food.
I know. And who wants whatever food that y'all brought on this little casserole
Oh,
dish?
it was a hot dog macaroni and cheese
Oh, that
casserole. When she
that's what
said
that
that,
was.
she
Okay.
meant that.
Okay. So
That's
I that kind of went over. It was like it was hovering over like this. It was like it didn't go completely over. I was like, hold on, is that the hot dog and mac and cheese
yes,
casserole?
it
Like, is that
was.
what she trying to say? It stuck right
Yes.
up in here.
That wasn't no haiku or nothing.
Got
She was
it.
for real.
But no,
She was for real. She was for real.
I'm like, wow.
My only issue with the movie,
Hey, but I've eaten
honestly,
pork and beans before, so I can't be mad.
well, pork and beans is, a childhood staple.
It
You don't
sure
eat
is.
that when you're
And we
grown,
ate it for
though,
lunch.
unless
We
you're a
didn't eat it
man.
on Thanksgiving.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Nobody
no, no,
dogging
no.
a fucking pork and bean casserole.
You better not bring no pork and bean casserole to like Christmas.
And you know it's kind of sweet, so you can probably make it into a dessert too. Like, ugh,
Put
I'm
some
tired.
marshmallows on the side. Line it with marshmallows around the side.
It's a raisin.
Put some.
Nasty.
Oh, that sounds
That is
disgusting.
gross. I'm sorry I just took
Oh,
us there. Okay, so we keep moving through the movie, and like, like,
he pissed off. He run upstairs. He tear up the letter. Right now, see, this is where it go left for me because that's not how Krampus work.
mm,
From what I read, from what I see, he takes wicked kids and he takes them. He wasn't a wicked kid,
he
so
wasn't a
when
bad kid.
nothing about him was bad. So when that kind of happened and he tore up his letter and the wind took it, and then Krampus came, it was kind of like, but that don't make no sense to me because it's not how it works. I get, they probably, flubbed the folklore a little bit, but I didn't really like that because
Yeah,
he
because
was punished because he wanted his family to be together. But was he punished because he kind of gave up on the idea that they would ever be the same? Or was he punished
mm,
because you know what I'm saying? Just,
yeah.
why was he actually punished? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Seemed like
and
whack.
I'm about to point out something. It's because we know how this movie ended and we know how it went. I think like the way we're going through this movie is like in the order that things happen, but also thinking about like why it got to where it got to. So I think like when you think from that perspective, it it almost made me also think like did everybody get punished? Like obviously some people were out of town. They classified that where or they spoke about that. Like some people are out of town. They're like not here. But it's like why did the DHL guy like get stuck in like why did he get killed? Like like I so it is a bit confusing what you're talking about. Like
Well, based off the story that the grandma told, every person when Krampus come, he don't just come for you. He comes
he
for
takes everybody.
everyone
He
in
takes
your
everybody. You're right. Okay,
town
you're right. He took
who is
everybody.
like there. It doesn't matter at that point.
It
Like
doesn't matter. So yeah. So you're
you're
right. So
just
then it totally just still comes back to him in general. But maybe that's the part that we didn't see. Or maybe that's the part that they were trying to even apply through his anger. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like maybe that's what's been happening. Like deep down inside, he wanted something better and he wanted something more for his family. But like he never it's hard
like
to
he was
believe.
lashing out
Yeah, he
instead of
was
trying to
lashing
deal
out.
with it.
Yeah, I don't
Or
know. That's
maybe he was
hard.
actually a bad kid,
And see, that's hard for me to think because like you see him fighting,
but
they
he got a
come
reason for it,
they
right?
come home and then you like, damn, I really see why you was fighting, bruh. Like
But why
nobody's
did you have
even
to handle
listening
it
to
like
you.
that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then why did you have to handle the other situation like that? But and when nobody listens to you, I mean, what else is your other
Yeah,
recourse?
when you're fucking 12 years old, like what are you supposed to do? And
You're supposed
so
to
but
fight
I
it out.
but maybe right. But maybe that was the thing because he went that far. Like it was one thing to like lash out, have the feelings, but to go as far as like ripping up the letter and being like, fuck this shit out the door. Yes. Yes. Okay. I I knew this would happen one day. I knew this would happen one day where I would be live streaming, doing what I'm doing, and the parentals was gonna come like knocking at the door, asking me stuff.
That's hilarious. Jarrell just walked down here all on the phone. He was like, oh.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm
But
so
you know
sorry.
what else I thought about? I was like, if Ami wasn't from Germany and didn't experience Krampus, would the little boy have experienced Krampus?
That's a good question.
Because, like, if you don't know about him, he doesn't exist to you. So how can you know
Right.
what I'm saying? How can he
Like
punish
how
you
many
for
people have you
not
fucking
having
taken
the
out?
spirit of
Like,
Christmas in your heart? Like,
sheesh. Like how many families have you taken out like this? And you
and
know
they
what?
ain't even know who
And
you was.
so that I think that that's the part of like sometimes when it comes to movies and stuff that you got to kind of let that part go. Like that just has to be the mysterious unanswered portion of it all. Cause like if you fester on it for too long, it don't make sense. You know, like
That's true.
it because there's already enough things that happen to me in this movie that feel
That
like
don't make sense.
this don't make sense. Like I'm really confused about like why you accept a bag of things that you don't know. Like nobody's gonna discuss the velvet burgundy bag that looks like
But they
stained
never
blood.
said anything. They just brought the bag in the
They just
house. If
brung the
the
bag in. The
mom and the
DHL
dad
guy
would have
said,
took the bag, they wouldn't have took the bag.
of course, but nobody brings that up. Like nobody.
No.
And then somebody unpacks the bag and then just like, I wonder who these came from. Not gonna wonder and not gonna tell anybody. Like
No.
this is just a part of like horror films that I just
Why would you let the daughter go out in a
Why?
blizzard by herself to go check on her boyfriend?
Like you have an
And then
11
don't even think
jacket.
about her. You told her she could only be gone for an hour, and you don't even think about her until it start getting dark and the sun says something.
So we know it's been longer than an hour. So you never even meant the hour. You knew she was gonna stay over there when she got over there. You didn't even tell her to like, hey, text or call when you get there. Like
Why was
none of that.
everybody so sweaty, even though it was like below freezing? Nobody had on coats in the house. Nobody had on hats in the house. They
No,
were,
no day after tomorrow vibes. Like, it's fucking freezing. I know y'all cold.
but
I
but
know y'all cold.
the dude from Anchorman, I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, I don't.
He went when they came back from outside after whatever
Oh,
bit
he
him in the
Howard,
snow.
Howard, Uncle
Yeah, he was
Howard.
like, it's like this is frostbite, and we were only out there for an hour, and it's like, but y'all don't even have on no hats in this house, and it's only
You don't
one
even have on no.
fire.
Like I'm confused. Like even when the fire went out, I was like, "Who's letting the fire go out?" Like you don't let the fire go out. If
That's because
anything,
Howard.
what
You
I
go tell him, oh no, I'll take first watch. They in there knocked out. Y'all mean to tell me y'all not ice cold because the fire went out and y'all
come
sleeping
on,
that
man.
good
Come
in
on,
cold
man. Come
weather
on,
like
man.
that? They
Nobody
should have
sleeps
been
that good in the
froze
cold.
to
Nobody
death.
sleeps that good in the cold. Somebody should have woke up coughing. And then when the dangling jangling came through, it should have been like immediately like
Augustus
something
Gloop, what?
wrong.
Augustus Gloop wanted to get some thing on cookies.
Some damn cookies, which now is giving me some like the blueberry the kid
Did
that
you really
that's
want to get a
cooking the
chocolate
yeah, for
factory?
Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory type shit. Like nigga,
Yes,
just don't listen, greedy ass. That's
yes,
a
that's why he
greedy ass
reminded me of
kid.
Augustus Gloop trying to get that
What?
chocolate
That
out
is
of the
a greedy
water.
ass get. Yo, and I'm telling you, the one of those sisters, I believe it was the Jordan sister. She looked like the boy from Heavyweights. I don't know if you remember the movie
Yes,
Heavyweights when
I
they go
do.
from fat camp with Ben
Yes,
Stiller.
I love that movie.
She looked like the star boy in that. And I was like freaked out by it the whole time because I'm like, okay, this movie was from 2015. That movie definitely was from like 95. So I'm so confused. Is that his daughter? What the hell? I was so confused.
I just don't understand. Like they never grieved their kids. They never like.
Because I kept having these moments where I'm like, okay, they went out to go get the daughter. They came back without her. Okay, now the boy done went up. So now they like 1-1, where it's like, okay, we still worried about the daughter, but now our son gone.
Yeah, the moms
Uh,
grieved because Tony Collette was messed up after that.
she
Like,
was
but
trying to save that boy. She was trying to save
testament to
that boy.
her acting though. That's a testament to her acting though. Like
Yeah, yeah.
after that happened, she was
When you
shook. Like,
yes, that's what happens when you get A1 acting in a movie that's just like, man, you walk
like
up, man, I wasn't even scared no more. This
also, did you ever
baby like,
wonder like did the son know, like the dad know who Crumpus was because of his mom?
mm,
And I mean, eventually you find out that he didn't. But like, I thought in the
yeah,
beginning that maybe he knew what was going on too. When he was like, "Those are hooves," and the way he looked down at him, and the way he was like, "Oh shoot!" I was like, "Oh my god, he know Crumpus too."
nah,
Oh
I
shoot! 'Cause I
never,
knew
nope.
Grandma knew.
I'll
I
be
knew
honest, I
Grandma
never
knew.
got, oh, grandma knew from Jump Street.
That's
Like,
why she was
she was,
tending to that fire.
that's why she was tending to that fire. And that's why she thought it was her. That's why she was like on some, like, it's my feeling like it was my fault type stuff when all of it went down. Cause I was like, it is your fault, grandma, because you knew that one of the only ways that they could really get here is through that damn chimney.
Right. And she never, but they would they believe her? They didn't believe her when she was telling it.
You're right, because they walked away like, we really gonna believe this horse shit from this senile bitch? Like, damn, you gonna let him talk about your mama like that?
Yeah, they didn't believe nothing she was saying. But what was killing me was the father's like his like little lines when stuff was happening, like, oh gosh, oh man,
Are you
oh my
kidding
god.
me?
Yeah, like,
And the robot was stabbing him in the back. Are
yeah,
you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding. You get this robot out your bag, boy. What are you talking about? I just felt like their fight. It wasn't there. Like the sister, the bigger sister, like talking
Yeah.
shit. Like, save your fucking daughter. Why are you talking shit to a Jack in the Box?
Yeah. Yeah, she
You
was like,
missed your
"Give me
opportunity.
my kids."
Give
She
me
got
my
gone.
daughter, you son of a bitch. Like, just get your daughter.
Too late. You only
Too
have
late.
one.
It's
You only
gone.
got one.
It's gone. I don't know how you let a I don't even know the dimensions of that Jack in the Box. I don't. I don't, but it was fucking huge, and I
It was
felt like
like
it
a
was
snake slash like
uh,
freaking it Pennywise mouth
yes, it had the
type.
Pennywise vibes. Oh
It
my
definitely had a
god.
Pennywise the mouth
Oh,
situation.
the mouth,
It definitely was a Pennywise like with all the teeth in it.
totally.
It was definitely
Just like
Pennywise-ish.
piranha teeth, like ugh, what kind of monster is
I
this?
think
Like,
that's the moment. Like when they went upstairs to go get those girls, that was the moment when those dolls started attacking them and those toys started. That was the moment I was like, okay, guys, you
yeah,
totally lost me. I'm
yeah, it was
not
like
in this
if
anymore.
I was scared, I'm not anymore.
Like this is too
At first, I was
fucking
scared, and I was like, "Oh
stupid.
shit,
This
what
is
the
just
hell?" And
dumb.
then it was like, "I ain't scared no more." Because why would I be scared of this?
Like this is dumb. This is
This is
dumb.
so dumb. Because I'm like,
And
why are we wasting shotgun shells on gingerbread men,
right.
gingerbread cookies?
And also, why did he have so many shotgun shells?
And I'm like, where? We had yelled out to Max to get the ammo. He's like, Max, get the ammo. I'm like, how Max know where to get the ammo? How does Max know that you got I don't even what you call it, the like the one that you would play like Russian roulette with, like
A handgun,
huh?
a handgun, a revolver.
Yeah, revolver. Like I don't even know where the revolver came from. Like when he started shooting when the Uncle Howard first got bit when they first went out looking for their daughter, like
Oh,
I
he
was
got it
like,
out of the trunk.
dude, I blinked. I must have missed it. I must have
He
looked down at
pulled
my
out the
phone. I
shotgun and he
blinked.
pulled out the other gun
I
and he got it out of the trunk.
because to my knowledge, up to that point, all I knew is for sure that they had that shotgun, and I'm like, where did this gun? I throughout the whole thing, I was guessing, trying to guess, like, where did this gun come from? And because I didn't feel like taking it back, I was like, man, I'm not about to try to figure it out.
It was too much going on, and after
Yeah,
that
like,
scene, it just went like really, 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 really fast.
yeah, I was definitely over it when they came and saved the Jack in the Box, and the elves came in, and then the grandma yells out like, elves. I'm like,
But
you
like,
ever
why did they come and
why
do
did they
all of
come?
that only to leave?
How did the one set of evil toys or people or beings that had no weapons, yes, they had scary masks, but like they didn't have no weapons, they weren't threatening them, they were just kind of like, what you gonna do? Is you gonna go past me? What you gonna do? And it's just like, would y'all punch them? Would somebody knee them? Like somebody get the Jack in the Box is a bitch. Like, save your daughter. You just
Like,
need a
just cut
knife
it
to open it
open
up.
and grab her out of it.
Open it and grab her out. How? Why aren't we helping? Why aren't we doing better? And I
Oh,
feel
did they
like
tie him up? Did they tie him up?
did they tie? No, they were just like
No, they did tie him up because they couldn't get the baby.
no, they were standing in front of
Oh, they was.
them.
Oh,
They
I thought they tied him
did
up.
they tie him up?
They tied him up with some lights or some garland or something like that.
No, when somebody got tied up with lights was that doll that fucking took the mom into a noose. Like it
Oh
was on the
yeah,
way to
Tony
the
Collette.
stairs.
Yeah, she's about to die like how
When
she
they
died
came
in
back
Hereditary.
downstairs, the elves came in and was just kind of like deboing them, like, we dare you to fucking move forward. We just got you up against the cupboard, like make a move. Like they weren't. I don't remember them being tied up or having any like weapons to their neck. And then it was just like, po
Yeah,
baby, and the
because
auntie
elves
just was
like to
like,
eat
I'm gone,
babies.
y'all.
Because
I'm
elves like to
gone.
eat babies. And then he was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh
Like
my god, are you serious? The
I did
baby?
like how the grandma how they did the claymation, like, and told the story of like how she was
That was a
introduced
nice
to
part. That was
Krampus.
a nice
I
touch.
did like that. I like that. But
That was a
everything
nice
after that was just like, oh, so we just gonna go move really fast and kill everybody.
Oh my
Grandma
god.
about to die.
That last 10 minutes was just like,
Wow.
it was so absolutely confusing that I didn't understand. It went so fast that I just didn't understand why it was happening. Like I was like, okay,
Ever since the
okay,
letter got ripped up, child, I didn't understand why it was happening.
for real. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, and for those who are like listening and hanging out with us and shit, like I I thought seriously from a movie aspect, like, okay, hold on. Like, because I think that's what happens when you stop being entertained. You start thinking about logic things. And I'm just like, okay,
Yes.
if they start taking out the mama, they start taking out the daddy, they start taking about all these people, you're just like, is the world about to snap back? Like, is it
Exactly. So
like, I'm confused about why you would take away so many people, because we all know that when you start off with 10 people and a certain amount of people die, it's a certain, you already know, like, okay, at least about 3 of these people about to go forward in life, like they'll live happily ever after. Okay, maybe the mama, the daddy, and the son is just gonna figure it out.
well, I
Like,
knew it was just gonna end up being a son because
of
he was
course,
supposed to be
of
the
course.
example. What I didn't understand is what it made me think of after that is okay, so Tony Collette, her death was so. How you gonna kill that woman, that star actress, like that?
I
She
was
didn't
so
even get to have a moment of death. She didn't even get to have
she
a
said
moment
she
of death.
said,
Said,
I
"I'll be
love
right
you,
back,"
and just was gone.
and
I
just
love you and just
crunch,
was
crunch.
gone.
Wow! Somebody broke her knees, and then she went down for the
Period.
count. And then from that, the little girl get taken by the people. He gets his little thing to as his reminder when that happened. I said, "So okay, they're obviously in some kind of dimension unlike their own. They couldn't be in their own plane of existence that they were originally in before this happened. Because if they are, then do you
Yep.
make the world go back to the way it looks, or is it like gonna be night forever and hella cold forever, and this little boy is just gonna freeze to death, or
Right.
is he gonna you're gonna snap your fingers and everything's gonna go back to normal and they're the only ones dead? Like, where do we go from here? Because this kid is like 12, and it also made me wonder, like, so how did the grandma move forward and cultivate a life after that if everybody in her town died and it looked like this? Because not only did he kill the people, but he ravaged the whole neighborhood. Like, he went through and tore everything up.
Right. So now you don't have nowhere to live. So it's
Right.
like, where does this look? You are at, I thought the same exact thing. I'm like, okay, so if the whole family is taken away, I mean, honestly, I thought it when she told the story and they did the claymation. I'm like, okay, so how does a young girl move on with her life?
Right.
Like, low key makes me think about like Lovecraft Country, where it's just like, okay, so we just gonna make D like be the killer of all, and like, how does she
Right.
continue her life after this? Like,
Right. Like, she just a
we just
cold
gonna let her be
hearted
the one to do this? Like,
murderer
okay,
lady. Like, that's just it.
okay,
Yeah, but
okay.
that's when I really started to get frustrated, and then the little boy gets some balls about himself, and well, no, first he tries to apologize to
First, he
Krampus.
tries to apologize. Like, I just want Christmas to be the way it was. Like, damn, like I don't want it to be like this. Like, I've already heard the story now. I don't want to be the one left by myself. Please just give me my family back. I know you can do something about it.
What bothered me about this is the first time we actually get to see what Krampus looks like, because this is the
Hmm.
first encounter of someone actually being in his face, and because they got the fire and everything like that. Krampus
Yeah.
don't look like that. That's not what he looked like. He looked like he was high. That,
And
his
I
mouth
was,
wide open. He looked like he was high.
because they tried to do a moment where it's like, does Crumpus see Max for who he really is? Like, is he having a
Yeah,
moment? Is
like,
he
is
having
he
a
having a
moment? And it
moment?
was just like, I don't see nothing. His eyes is
Like,
glousy.
I was
Like,
like, did he have double vision or
I
something?
don't
Like,
know.
what's going
His
on?
eyes weren't scary. His eyes
His
weren't.
mouth was wide open.
His
He had
mouth was wide
fully
open. It
grown,
didn't. It
great
just was,
teeth. He had amazing teeth. They were
bruh.
fully straight. They
I
were
was.
not pointy.
I was so confused about like,
He looked like an old pirate. That's what he looked like in the face.
Right. The goddamn the octopus character from
Yes, that's what he
Pirates of the
looked like.
Caribbean.
That's what he looked like, but not an octopus face,
But
just
not
like a beard. Like that's
but
what he
overall,
looked like.
perfect human looking being with hooves for feet
Yeah, like that's not
and
how Krampus looks. Krampus is
and claws
terrifying.
for a hand. And that was very disappointing that whole time to have Krampus be such just a mysterious character that was just out there and it's just like, what does Krampus really look like? And oh my god! And then like Krampus is just like, I'm blow, nigga. Like
Pretty much.
I'm blowed
I'm a
out
high
here. Kid.
pirate. I'm a
Right,
high
I'm a high
pirate.
pirate. Just took back your whiskey. Oh my god. Okay, so I laughed completely out loud when Krampus was
He's like, nah. He bust out laughing at the little boy.
drop.
And
He had him like this, like
he just threw the girl in the fire. But no, like he threw the girl in the fire. Like I was like, oh
fire.
yeah. Because for some odd reason I thought Krampus was gonna like be like, okay, kid.
You know what? I'm gonna give you your family back because it was a moment where because you know I watch things with closed cap. You know this too, like because you do this too. I
Yes.
mean, but closed captioning and it's like people screaming. So I felt like it was this moment where Max knew his family was down there, like
Oh,
I
and he was
felt.
like pushing to say, I want to be with my family regardless to where they are.
Yo, and it was
Wow.
a
Now
moment.
that could be what he was
Yeah,
doing.
I feel like I would have to go back and watch the second time to really like, but I felt like it was a moment like that where I thought like, damn, do he know that his family's down there? Cause I mean, you know, you just see the like little caption that says like people screaming and it's like he knew they were down there like help, help. Cause you know, the sister was yelling help practically the whole fucking movie. Cause
Yeah.
for a minute I thought when they went outside after the little Howie Jr. got kidnapped, I
Uh-huh.
thought that I thought that's how the snow people were popping up. I thought the snow people were becoming like their corpse or something. So they were
Mm-hmm.
just always right there. It was a lot of confusing moments. Like I said,
Yeah, that's how it was.
it was just
The
like
corpses were becoming the snow people.
that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. At first I thought I was tripping. Like, okay, like a new snow person. Like that
But no,
means
that makes a lot of sense though, actually now. And that makes a lot of sense. But it was kind of funny when he woke up and everything was back to normal. And I was like, was that all just a dream? But then I looked at the color temperature of the sequence and I said, why is it all sepia?
I was like, it is
This is a dream
so
sequence.
I picked up on the dreaminess of it, the haziness of it. I was
Yeah,
like,
and the
hella
sepia-ness
dreamy.
and all
Yes,
of that. I was
yes.
like, this ain't
I was
real.
like, this is hella dreamy. And dude, like, I will say that the most the coolest part about it, like rounding around the story, is that when he gets that gift, he gets that ornament back, that bell
Mm-hmm.
as the gift, and nobody is like continuing like happy, happy, happy. It's just like,
It's just
oh
like, yeah,
shit.
nigga.
And
Yeah,
then the
this is
echoes of
real.
everything that happened starts to
Mm-hmm.
come in, and it's like, whoa, oh snap, I'm starting to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this did happen to
This
us.
really happened. But
Oh my god,
theoretically, he got what he wanted. And kind of Crumpets gave him what he wanted.
he did. He
But he
did.
also had to still let him know. But I'm going to let you know.
I'm gonna let you know if hey, you fucked up a little bit, so you got to suffer a little bit. You got your family, you got your house, but
But it's like everybody knew where they were.
they
Like,
knew
I thought maybe
exactly where
that
they
he
were.
was in his own personal hell with
Mhm.
minions who looked like his family, but
Yep.
it was actually his family,
It
and
was
they
actually his
knew where
family.
they were, what they suffered, and
Yep.
because it was so messed up when the grandma just looked at him and looked down and was just like,
She
"Yeah,
was just kind of
man,
like, that's when I knew it was real. Like,
dang, grandma, like, yeah,
she
bro,
even said it's real because like I mean, obviously, you know, like it because it was PG-13, right?
I don't know, child.
Let me go check real quick. I believe it was PG-13. So if it was, with it not being a rated R, it was PG-13. So with it not being a rated R movie, it makes me believe, because like nobody was like stabbed and killed and hurt, even like the bite mark that Uncle Howard had in the beginning of the film, like he was fine. Like, nigga, you can get through
Speaking of
that.
that bite,
Like,
can we just say that Eagle Scouts is the shit because he fixed him up like he was
he
at the
fixed you up.
hospital.
He fixed you up. And okay, so okay, I don't want to like sit too much on just like y'all didn't stay true to the like terrible person that Krampus can be, like I get that. Like we should, because obviously there's another like underlying message of like the family part, and because that's what you see as they get through, like, oh shit, like family matters to me,
Yep.
like just like you said, Tony Collette, like holding on, that was her nephew,
And she did not like, and
and
she
she
was
did not even
trying to save
like.
him with her all her being,
She was
like, and was
holding
jacked
on.
up and was done with, like, I gotta go find my daughter. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Just like
Yep.
when they opened the door and she was like, close the door.
Yep.
Like, she was done after that. Like,
She
her
was
whole character
done.
shifted
Oh
from
my God.
this whole
Completely.
like this
Completely. Which is why
bewilderment to like total full knowledge and awareness of like, this is happening and I need to protect my
yep.
family.
Yep. Yep. All that shit that the men were talking is like she really like embodied it
Yes, she
completely.
did.
Embodied it down to the moment that she got taken away. Like she
Yes.
making sure that the last words that she said to her son was "I love you," like looking him in the eye. You know what I'm saying? I know foofy stuff, like being like, "I love you." Like I know I'm about to go. So let this be the last.
Yeah.
Like we came out here to try to do what we could do. And because she was, she was ready to die the moment she realized that she was this close to death.
Yeah, like after
Like,
that she was done with it. Like, I
she's
don't
like,
care.
yeah. I was just mad that, the whole getting to the snowplow truck just didn't seem like a good idea. Cause I'm like, even though you obviously have a truck that has a huge shovel in the front of it, it still felt to me like that truck wouldn't start up. Like it just didn't seem like a plan that really made sense.
No, it didn't
Like
make sense.
it and then for it to all end with them being where they were, uh I don't know. I guess it goes back to the point that we started on. Like maybe it's because he got what he got. Max got what he got because he wasn't a bad kid. And maybe he didn't necessarily need to be punished, but he needed to be taught a lesson.
Right, but
And
his lesson was
because
everlasting.
yes, and because he didn't take the lesson of being like on his own and keeping it, like, and continuing on, he's just like, I just want my family. It was like, okay, you ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
It's still a hard one to sit with. It's still a hard one to
But I
sit
mean,
with.
would you want to do? I mean, I wouldn't have took that, especially after G-Ma told her story. I wouldn't have took that little Krampus ornament and put it on my tree every damn year.
Damn,
I'd
you're
have jumped
right.
on in hell with my family and just let it ride.
Especially
What
when
the
you
hell
know
I'm
that
gonna
they're
do?
there. Especially when you know that they're there, which is why I was bringing up the PG-13 thing, because nobody ever really died. It's not like anybody was like choked out or like, you know, axe down the middle of their head. Like nothing happened to anyone that made you feel like they weren't still there. Because like I said, the daughter was still screaming throughout the whole fucking film. Like
Yeah.
unless like it's like she was always around. So I do understand where it's like, if my family not really dead, then I just want to go where they at.
No, they did, child.
Damn.
They in hell. They did. They just didn't show it because it was
Damn.
PG-13.
And no, and I mean, and yeah, and so like, obviously this movie
Somebody
is a
throw you in some hot eternal lava, your ass is not gonna
you're
be
done.
alive.
You're not. You're done. You're done. I, look, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. And see, that's where the grandma went wrong. We still needed more information for her that she did not
But
give
not only that, like, what was
to
that
make any
standoff
more
between her
clarifying
and Krampus?
decisions.
Like, did she think Krampus was gonna be like, "Hey, girl, I see you still alive. You know, I could just take you and your family and be safe, or like, what's up with your nephew? You didn't tell him what was up. Like, girl, I
Right.
gotta do what I gotta do. Like,
Because I'm telling you, when she was pouring them hot chocolates, I was like, she got a story to tell, and y'all need to listen. But then I was like, oh, she's not even trying to tell it.
they wasn't gonna
Like
hear her.
that
They
was a
didn't
dis-
hear her when she told
you
it.
right, and you are totally correct. You're totally correct.
They don't think about
Like,
nothing that lady had to say.
and it's sad that they had to lose two kids to like hear it and still not hear it.
But she didn't tell them until they had already lost two kids. She was just giving them the side eye the
Yeah,
whole time. Like, I know it's Krampus, but I'm just gonna
yeah,
let kids keep dying. And then, but no, that part where she was talking to the kids, and then she said something that I guess was cuss words in German, and the grandson was like, I don't know what she said, and then the auntie was like, she said we're fucked, kids, and she was like, yeah, girl, that is what I said, but
that's exactly what I
that's
said.
what I said, girl. So it don't matter whether she told the story or not. She should have just told them at the end of the story, it ain't nothing we can do. So
It ain't nothing we can do.
yeah, but they,
Yeah.
why would you want to
Yeah.
believe that? That's just like a harsh reality that you don't want to face.
So the end of the movie starts to become this whole idea of like, you realize that they're just going to live in a snow globe for the rest of their eternal
We
like
live in the
hell.
same day over and over again, more than
Living it,
likely, because that's
living
what
in
hell
this
is.
right, like, oh my god, right? Because like, they're in the snow globe, so it's not like their cousins get to leave in their Hummer and go
Well, it's
live.
the world, though. It's a
That's
world
what,
within that. So it makes you wonder,
okay,
like, he woke up and there was the town out there and there were houses and there, and you know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's a world within that snow globe. So it makes you wonder, like, how does that expand? Is it just him every day waking up, going down, having this wonderful time with his family, and then opening
and
that same
realizing
gift
what they went
over and
through
over
every
and
day
over
starts
again?
over again. That's so
Like,
sad.
that's probably what it is for him.
And you are correct. That is complete hell. So that is probably what it is, because like what else could it freaking be?
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to just keep the living your days on. Like, because if that was the
No.
case, then I
Because he
wouldn't mind
did. He
living on
ain't
the
got no
goddamn
damn more
globe.
days.
Let me
He,
live in the globe, and I'm just gonna do what I always get to do: eat food, and I just
I
I'm
don't
not
even
gonna.
think Christmas moves forward after that moment for them.
Right,
Like, it's
that's
just
what
like
I'm
this moment of,
saying.
but like what killed me about it is there was ever a moment where like Max, like, it was just like, oh, this is real, but it was like, okay, so like, does he scream? Does he cry? Or he's just dumbfounded by the fact this actually happened?
Yeah,
Because just like we thought it was a dream when he woke up, he thought it was a dream too.
yeah, yeah, completely. So I don't know, man.
And I said they was being too nice to each other. This got to be a dream. She happy she got a taxidermy cat. That's not her character.
No, no,
The grandma speaking English.
right.
Something ain't right about that. She just said a whole sentence in English.
Like
She ain't only be talking in English.
the only thing was real was when the one little cousin was had got the brass knuckles and was like maxi pad, like I'll fuck you up. Like they were so freaking mean. Jeez. Like the mama or the daddy never said nothing when they would get to going. Like y'all ain't gonna
Nothing.
even be like, stop, Jordan. That's enough. Nobody's
Just
gonna do
because
anything.
they didn't care.
This
Or
was
they
so
it was non-confrontational or whatever. Would you
dude.
watch that movie again?
Would I watch Krampus again? Krampus again. Yeah, I would. I feel like most Christmas movies, I would save it if okay, because now I'm talking more out loud. I'm like, maybe not. If the next time I'm saying I'm gonna see it is gonna be next year around Christmas, then it'll be like 5 years from now. I'm like, oh, I watch Krampus.
Mm-mm. I never got to see it again.
Will I go out of my way? No.
Mm-mm.
If it just so happens to come on because of the significance of what we're doing in our lives, like it's like, oh, I remember watching this so we can movie review it, like just to laugh at it or some shit.
If
But
it
I'm
came
not.
on TV, but I ain't
Yeah,
watching
it would
it.
have to come on TV, and I don't watch TV, if that makes sense. Like I watch YouTube. I like hop on Netflix. So unless that boy pops up and I'm just like, fuck it, man, I'll watch Krampus. Like, then yeah. But
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't go out my way to go watch it.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. The only reason why I
Definitely not.
finished it is because we were reviewing it. I did not like that
That is
movie.
the only reason. It
I
also
hate scary
was
movies that's like that.
so
So
yeah. So to step into more of a like a broader sense of this, like beyond just like our opinions, like it did score 6.2 out of 10 stars.
that's not too bad though.
So
That's
you
not too
know,
bad. So some people actually liked it.
some people rocked with it. I can see how certain parts of that could be funnier in the future. Like, I've been drinking a little bit, maybe a little, like smoked a little bit. I can see how I could like laugh a little harder at that movie and like really take in the comedy part of it instead of just like that opening that was like realistic, like opens up like most movies do. So, but I
Yeah,
think
they did an
how
amazing job with that opening.
yeah,
So
they
I
did
will say
the
that, and
first
I was
20
kind of
minutes. The
shocked.
first 20 minutes, and in fact, it almost made me what I would love to see that movie continue to play out like a regular Christmas movie, like a Home Alone, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Like I would like to see it continue to play out and have because those characters are actually like really fun. And I think like that 2015 version of it was like just it was just you could tell that there was a lot of homages paid in the like classic movies. I would have liked to see the mom and dad come closer together and really, really, really like get back in love and like not just like, oh, we fighting for our lives. Because I feel like even though they had their little moment, it wasn't really a moment. Like
Mm-mm. 'Cause the
I didn't think she
dad,
wanted to turn
I
him
don't think
down.
the dad ever really, really, truly comprehended the stakes, even while the stakes were happening.
Even while they were happening, because that's what made me mad about the fact that they came back home without the daughter. Like y'all don't get it. You don't get it. You need to get your child.
Yeah,
Like you don't get it.
and they never found her.
And they never found her, bro. They never found her. I felt like we had a perfect segue moment to tap into like we were going to talk about our favorite Christmas movies,
Okay,
especially
so
since we know that like we probably won't be watching Krampus again.
oh, no, no, no. No, no. No, thank you. No,
Yeah,
no. I
I'm
don't
so
like
nice.
it's
I'm
not too
nice.
many horror-themed Christmas movies that I have liked yet. I do wanna watch this one, it's old, I never seen it before, it's called Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Fran
Okay.
Drescher is in it, so I kinda I wanna watch I follow all these horror movie
Mhm.
people on IG. So they show clips for different movies, for different genres, for different reasons, and they showed a clip of it, and I was like, "That's what the T-shirt says that I saw on such and such." So I was like, "Oh, maybe I need to watch that." But I haven't liked any horror holiday themed horror movies that I've watched yet.
I feel
Like,
like that's a really hard genre. I feel like it's such a hard genre because like how do you tap in some like okay, because if we want to really go there, like it's Jesus' birthday, bruh. Like don't get too crazy. You know what
well,
I'm
I mean,
saying?
I've seen good shorts like Tales from the
Like
Crypt or
don't be disrespectful.
stuff like that. Like I've seen great like TV episodes based on scary Halloween. I mean horror Christmas stuff.
Mhm.
Like it's one about a mental patient who escapes on Christmas and but see that's like a I can't remember where I saw that. I don't know if that was on Tales from the Crypt or what, but it's a
Yeah.
mental patient escapes because it's the actual urban legend about a mental patient who escapes on Christmas, takes kills and slaughters a family and leaves the baby in the carriage, something like that.
Now
Those are
that's
dressed
much
as Santa
scarier
Claus.
because to me the thing as Santa Claus.
Yeah.
That is spooky as fuck because like
Mhm.
like Christmas is like the background. You know what I'm saying? I think something like when we're talking about this movie in particular, it's like Christmas is the forefront, like it's the holiday itself. It's different when you're talking about movies like, even though it's still on the more comedy side, like Trading Places, where like the overwhelming story is about the poor and the rich and black and white and like and Christmas is the background of it.
Right.
You
Or
know what I'm
like
saying?
Batman Returns or
The
Ever
Batman
Since
Return,
Hands
yeah, this is
or
part of my honorable mention where it's like Christmas is the background of it. It's
Or
not
Die
like
Hard, like, yeah.
and with Die Hard, it's like it's the background, but it like you can watch it and you can kind of feel like a little bit like ooh Christmassy, because
Mhm,
like the
mhm.
music and the playfulness in it and like the theme of it all. But when you talk about movie like that's scary as hell because it's like as much as we love Christmas and like to think of it to think of it as a joyous time and joyous holiday, bad things happen on that day, and then
Yeah,
sometimes it's either folklore or it's like the
urban legend.
reality of
Yeah,
life where it's like somebody crazy as hell gets out
yeah,
and like knows that it's Christmas and is like I'm gonna kill people in the
and
Santa
they
suit.
just about to
Like
kill people.
that's spooky as hell and too real. Like too real. Like that it's too real. That can happen, you know?
It's not a lot of movies though. I just tried to look some up. It's like,
It's
okay, you
not,
got
it's not.
Krampus,
That's why I
then you
think
got
Christmas is
a
so hard to
Christmas
do.
Horror Story, Black Christmas, Gremlins. I don't think the Gremlins is
And see,
scary.
that's why I think you have to
Um,
pick the theme. Like it's like action, it's like comedy, where it's like let's be a little playful with it, or like it's folklore, like let's be a little fun with it, so we don't totally like be disrespectful and ruin Christmas for people.
half these movies I ain't never even heard of, child. I ain't even about to lie to you.
That's funny. Well,
Some
hold
of
on.
these
I
I
want to
never.
tell you my top five because it's not hard to have a top five of Christmas movies, but my top five is
I gotta pull
A
my list
Christmas
up.
Story, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Jingle All the Way, This Christmas, Die Hard.
Hmm.
I tried to cover everything. It's like comedy, drama, action, like family, So,
Five, right? Let me
yep.
count this.
Yeah, do your
I
five.
got
And then
more
we
than
can do some honorable
five.
mentions as well.
Oh, okay. So my favorite, Home Alone 2, A
Nice.
Diva's Christmas Carol, uh,
Okay.
The Santa Claus, Christmas with the Cranks,
Mhm.
and I had a tie
Wow.
between National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and While You Were Sleeping.
While you were sleeping, what's that?
With Sandra Bullock, where she saves this guy's life at the subway because he passed out and
Mm-mm.
hit his head on the thing on the tracks.
Never,
And
never
when she
seen it.
gets to the hospital, his family meets him there, and they think that this is the girlfriend that he'd been telling everybody that he had, and she
Nice.
pretends to be his girlfriend while he's in a coma, but falls in love with his brother while he's in a coma, and when he wakes up, he doesn't remember, and she's in love with her brother, but she pretending to be with the brother with
Oh
the
my
one who's in
god.
the coma.
Now connected
That
to Casey's MacBook Pro.
I don't know why
that
that just happened.
right. We're just getting all the interruptions today. They don't want to let us live. Parents, Alexa, just tripping on us. That sounds actually kind of good. I'm gonna have to like look
Yeah, but
into that
Christmas
one.
is in the background in that movie.
Okay,
Like it's
okay.
a movie. It's
Yeah,
not it's a romantic
for
comedy
sure.
more so.
So what's your like honorable mentions?
My honorable mentions.
What's your like six
Uh
favorites?
It's a Wonderful Life,
Never seen
Batman
it.
Returns, Edward
Nice. Me too.
Scissorhands, and Home Alone because
Nice. Yep.
still
So I have the Home Alone trilogy. So just like all the Home Alones as my honorable mention. The Santa Claus, Bad Santa, and Batman Returns are like my honorable mentions where they're movies that I feel like Batman Returns is one of those movies that I run across like when it's not Christmas and be like, damn, I can't wait till it's Christmas, like, but like the rest of them I would only watch around the Christmas time. Like, and the
Batman
Santa
Returns
Claus,
is my favorite Batman. Like that is my favorite Batman movie.
same for me. Like it's definitely up there. Like, and then it's like back and forth between that and of course the Dark Knight. So
Well, it's Batman Returns, Batman, The Dark Knight Rises for me. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good
I
list.
know
That's a
people
good
would
list, and
hate
I can
that,
even argue
but
that I would like rock with you on that too. Like I
I
could.
can't think of no more Batmans. Oh,
I
like the
know.
other Batmans. Batman and
Yeah, it's
Robin,
so many. You got Batman
Batman
Forever,
Forever.
Batman
That's
and
with Alicia
Robin.
Silverstone in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
Then I would have to go with Batman and Robin, I guess. But I don't have to
yeah.
use that one. I could use like a cartoon movie, like I could say The
Honestly,
Killing Joke or something.
I'll just tell you, like, whenever Batman, Val Kilmer was Batman, you just put that at the end. Just put that at the bottom of my list. It's not, It's just okay, y'all. Like, really, we gonna have Val Kilmer be the
So you didn't
Batman?
like Val Kilmer as Batman? You like George
Not
Clooney as Batman?
yes.
So you like Batman and Robin and Batman Forever then?
Yes. I rock with those. Those can
I like
definitely come in 5,
Batman.
6, 4, or 5. Like
Uh,
after the original Batmans and like, like Michael Keaton Batman and of course throwing the Dark Knight in the middle of there. And then it has not and honestly, like no disrespect to Christian Bale. And I like Christian Bale. I honestly do. But most people really enjoy Dark Knight because of Heath Ledger's Joker. So and I do too. I'm no different than like the majority of people.
I didn't care for Christian. Oh, I didn't care for him in either one of them. I liked Batman and I liked Joker and I liked what's my
Mhm.
girl? What's her name? Catwoman. Play Catwoman. I can't think what her name is right now. Dang, Devil Wears Prada girl. Can't think of what her name is. Oh, that
What
is
is that girl's
so
name?
tragic that I can't think of what her name is in this moment. In this moment, what's that girl name? The Princess Diaries. That's the best way to find her. Let me see.
Right. Yeah.
Why it don't
Don't start with
come
no
up?
J. What is that girl's name?
Oh, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, goddamn Hathaway. Anne Hathaway.
That was tragic right there.
Hilarious.
But no, like It's a Wonderful Life. You never seen that?
No.
It's
No.
black and white. It's about the when the angel get his wings.
Yeah.
But it's really good. Like I watched it I'm gonna say about maybe 7 or 8 years ago.
How does the saying go? Because there's another movie me and my brother was trying to figure out. It was like it plays in the background of that film. It's like every time that bell rings, an angel gets its wings.
Yeah, that's that
So,
movie.
but what movie does that play in and that's in the background? Like
Girl.
I don't know. I swear to God, me and my brother were trying to rack our head trying to figure that out and what it's gonna
I
happen.
feel like that was on freaking Family Guy or something. Like
Probably it's some silly
yeah,
ass
I think that was on like
silly as
Family
hell.
Guy
Like
or
every
American
time a
Dad.
bell rings, an angel gets its
Because
wings.
of the way you saying it, that's why I think it was on Family Guy.
It totally could be. I'm gonna
Because that
figure it out.
happened on the episode of Family
I'm
Guy.
gonna figure it out. And
But actually, no, a wrong show. It's from American Dad. What you're talking about, that's from the episode where that girl was trying to get her wings when
oh my
Stan
God.
didn't want to celebrate Christmas. That's what it's from. It's got to be.
God.
Like, it's got to be from that episode.
I'm gonna have to go look that up because I'm like that played in the back of something as a reference point, and it made me laugh just because of the way the voice, like the reenactment of the voice or however it worked out. But yeah, I haven't seen those classic
Good
black
movie.
and white Christmas movies, Miracle on 34th. I haven't seen any of those movies. Like I think when I like my Christmas movies, I like them to be family and comedy, family and comedy oriented and or like I said, Christmas is the background. Like Christmas just so happens to be happening when these things are going on.
I actually, I ended up watching that movie because I was doing that AFI's list of 100 best films or whatever. And
Mhm.
since it was Christmas, I was like, okay, let me try to watch this. It's a Wonderful Life. That movie touched my soul. I was crying, and I came downstairs because my mom was like, "Mom, I'm about to go watch." This one still stayed at my mom's.
Yeah.
I'm about to go watch "It's a Wonderful Life," and she was like, "Oh, you never seen that? It's a really good movie." And I
Wow.
said, "Okay." So then I came downstairs crying. I was like, "Mama, that movie is so good."
Got me crying.
It was so. Oh my God! It's a very touching film. But I think the most like the Santa Claus. That's why I like the Santa Claus so much.
Mhm.
I went
Santa
and saw
Claus
all of
is
them.
of a
Oh my
touch
God, it's
movie.
so touching.
It
So
is.
and all of
It's
them
not in
are.
that jingle, not in the jingle all the way type way. Like
No, like
it's
I'm
like
about to
damn.
cry. Like
Right. I think that's why I stopped fucking with the Santa Claus. Like I think I was like, I mean, I'm
all
about to be
3 of them
crying.
are like that. But
All
that's why
three
I
of them
like
are
Home
like that.
Alone
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I can't I probably seen Santa Claus 3 like once.
It's good because all the same
Like
characters in
once.
it too.
But
That's why it's so
yeah.
good. But Home Alone 2, that movie make me cry. It's one part that makes me cry every time I watch it.
What damn, bruh.
Every time he get that woman them turtle doves, I
It's
bust out
every
crying.
time he get that
Every
woman them turtle doves.
time.
I just wanted to give you the turtle doves
We're
because
always gonna
I'm
be friends, or whatever he
gonna
say.
we're
I
always.
cry every freaking time. I never not cry. Like
Yeah, I feel like I just stopped crying about on that scene. Like I get like the tear, like
I just be like, this is so touching. This is so,
and
and
you
it's
know
never not touching. It's
it's never
always
not
the
touching
same amount of touching.
every time you can tell that she appreciated it. Like
Yes, and I think that's what it is. She just be like,
she
oh,
did because the
like,
whole time, like everybody just thought she was the scary bird lady, and it's like, no, like I have so much to offer, and I just stay to myself and I just do my thing. I just mind my business. Like I love to feed the birds. I go to my little attic loft. Like I'm not bothering anybody, and y'all swear I want something to do with y'all. I don't want
mm-hmm,
nothing to do with y'all. And y'all treat me so terribly.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
you, little boy, like
Your
found a
little
way,
badass Kevin
like,
McAllister.
and that was like badass Kevin McAllister, whose family always forgets about him so conveniently. Like, it's like you still manage to find a way to love and have hope, and like how, like obviously the mischievous part of him is what keeps him going, like is what keeps him in it. But I swear, if he wasn't bad as hell, like that would be a fucked up kid.
Oh yeah, he will be a psychopath.
Completely. Completely. Like snapping cats' necks. Like
But no, he was good at heart.
he
Like
really
he
was. He
gave all
really
that
was
money
a good
back to the
kid.
kids and to the
Yeah.
toy store and
He was.
gave her that damn
Sorry
them
I
damn turtle
broke through
doves.
your window, but
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
pay you back. I swear. As soon as I get the money. Like, dang, Kev.
He ran that check up too though.
He ran the check up. He ran
Kevin!
it up.
Like, oh, I can't wait to watch that. But you know, it's another movie that I always watch on Christmas. That's not a Christmas movie. It is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Really?
Oh yes,
That's
yes,
interesting.
yes. Well, I watch Willy
Wow.
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory every day if I could. But I'm
Keep
a sucker
talking
for a
your mouth.
good musical. But I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, so I tend to watch it during the holiday season. I was talking to her, so I don't know what to say now because she's not there.
You're hilarious. Shut up. I was talking to a person. I am no longer talking to person, so you just kept talking about why
It
you
just
like
felt so freaking weird, man. Like,
you're hilarious. Dog.
whew, yeah, but I
All
love
right.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, so that's like,
That's a good one. Yeah,
oh
that's
my
that's
gosh,
a
I know I work.
year round jam that you can just throw on and it's like enjoyable all the way through.
So what's
Man,
gonna
oh
be our
man.
next movie?
That is a very good question. I mean, we know we got Queen in the Slim, Queen and Slim in the back pocket. Um, sh-
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know either.
I don't have a clue. I don't know what you trying to go for.
Part Look,
Funny?
part of me was about to go here with this. Like, part of me was about to say, okay, we should watch the Home Alone trilogy, and then like maybe like go further into like Kevin's psyche and like break that down, like have a little fun with that. Um
Okay.
then there's a part of me that's like maybe we can go back to what we've been doing and I could watch something like what you say it's called Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Watching something like A Wonderful Life, because that's such a classic.
It is. Or we
Um
could watch something that we never seen equally.
yeah, we could go back to that, which I kind of like that. Because then I felt like it allowed us to talk about the film more, like actually talk about the movie. Like,
I agree.
Hmm. Because I like the idea of like whoever's listening or whoever's watching, like they could go watch it with us and then tune in next week and kind of be on the same accord.
Yeah, that's
Like,
cool.
you
Yeah,
know, we will all walk away today like knowing that we're gonna watch this movie.
but we won't not watching Krampus again.
No, that's no. You know what? Not now going back to when you originally asked me that and I thought about it. It was just me being nice and feeling like that. Like I'm just not like that with films. It's hard for me to be like, oh no, I ain't gonna never watch that again day in my life. Like,
Oh, baby.
because if that's the case, I wouldn't have got through it. I wouldn't have watched it to the end. You know, it's just like I'm not watching this movie at all. Like I'm not about to watch a movie that I don't have no intention of ever watching again. I'm not about to watch it now. I'm over it.
When you put it like that,
I see. Why the hell I'm gonna finish a movie that I don't never ever want to see again? I'm about to
but
finish
how
this
do you
movie.
know?
Movie dumb as hell.
How do you know? You don't know
Man,
until the
just as
end.
I just as I'm sometimes there are certain movies that as I'm moving through it, I'm like, I don't want to watch this no more. I'm done with it. I don't want to watch it anymore.
That's how I felt when I saw X-Men 3. So yeah, I know. I wanted to walk out the movie theater.
That's what I'm telling you. I don't care how it ends. I don't care what else. I just don't care. I don't care. So
So Krampus is a no-go for real. For real.
yeah. Like it because I don't watch TV, I don't see myself running across it. Like if like it's a year from now, 2 years from now, and it comes up on Netflix, I'm gonna like
25.
laugh and I'm like, I might watch this, and guess what? I might start it and then stop it.
It's definitely gonna be to a point where you ain't gonna be able to watch it
I'm
unless
not
you.
gonna be able to get
The
through
only
the whole
time I
thing.
would say I would watch Krampus if I'm watching it with a group of people.
Yeah, that might be fun. And we're like drinking and like and going like it's a fun party-ish type of environment.
And
Yeah.
everybody just and you be like, "Yes, girl, that really
Yes, let's turn
happened."
off the lights and like
Yes.
let's watch this movie. Yeah. I guarantee somebody can be like, I'm done with this. I don't want to watch this no more. It's stupid.
Probably not.
That Jack in
Probably
the
not.
Box boy. Okay, we still haven't made up our mind.
So, how about this? How about we figure out what we gonna watch offline? Because it's a lot of Christmas movies, and
It
it's a lot
is.
of that I haven't seen.
It is.
And yeah,
Same
we
for
we
me.
we have been going for like a good hour
We
and
have.
a
We talked
half.
about an hour and a half. So y'all got some bonus stuff.
Yeah.
If some people stuck around, y'all got
Yes.
some bonus. And for those who watch in the
Yeah.
future, I hope y'all have fun because we went in today.
Yeah, we did. We did. So thank you guys for watching today. Uh Monday, I'm gonna stream probably. I did not stream this Monday that just passed because I had technical issues, but DJ Stacy J is going to help me with that. So hopefully I can start playing games that I can actually play.
Right.
Monday at 8 p.m. I stream until I get sleepy. Tuesday we play games with friends at DJ Stacy J Station
Oh
channel
yeah.
page. Wednesdays is a mystery day. Maybe I'll stream, maybe I won't.
Yeah.
Thursdays, we are here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time talking about movies that we are watching. And then that's it for the schedule
I
of
say
the
that.
week. And so thank you so much for watching. See you guys on Monday. If I have
Monday.
enough people, maybe I'll give out a prize.
Oh yeah.
Deuces,
Bye
people.
y'all.